Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to dive into the Spyderco Central. Not all in this video. This video we're going to talk about this one little guy. But it's kind of starting me down the road of Spyderco because my very good friend Alex from the Knife Box channel sent me up a box of a ton of Spyderco. So this one is maybe the only one that is stock. I think all the other ones, I mean, I could be wrong, I don't remember exactly, but I think all the other ones he's modded and customized himself or had somebody do. So I figured I would start in no particular order. This one just happened to be on top of the box when I went over there to grab something to film. So I'm not going to go by smallest to biggest or anything like that. But we're going to start with this little LionSpy. Okay, this is a collaboration between Lionsteel in Italy and Spyderco here, obviously in Colorado. I think Spyderco really didn't have much to do or much input on this other than the round Spidey hole. Everything else is really Lionsteel. This is based on their the Lionsteel SR2 video or knife, and I did a video on the SR22A, which is a flipper version, and I'll put a link to that down below if you're interested in that. It's a flipper version of this knife basically, but let's talk about it. 4 inches closed, 7 inches overall, 3.14 inch blade with a 2.99 cutting edge. This is LMAX steel, which is freaking awesome. Blade thickness is 0.151. Overall thickness of 0.543. Weighs in at 3.9 ounces and runs on Teflon washers. It is incredibly smooth. Like, unusually smooth. So let's zoom in and take a quick peek at the LMAX blade that is a little dirty here. We'll just kind of try to wipe that off. Spyderco logo, LMAX steel, G10 with some nice texturing there. Reversible. Well, is that really reversible? No, not really. But they have a little bit of a breaker, if you will. This pocket clip works fantastic for a deep carry clip. If you're into deep carry clips, this one works amazing. And this is the way to do it. There's no screws, there's no nothing under the clip. So it just slides right in and right out of your pocket. And there's enough tension that it works perfectly. Okay? There is some texturing, sculpting, whatnot, machining on the lock face. Or the lock, side. And you'll notice that this has the Lionsteel's proprietary, I guess, roto lock, I think they call it, which basically rotates in. There's a cam, it rotates in and essentially locks the lock bar in place. And it does a great job. And I've got on the pole force knives that I have, has the same thing because pole force knives are made by Lionsteel. Has this same exact deal. It's like a quarter-ish turn, and it's solid. There's no movement in that lock bar. It's there. So essentially turning this into a fixed blade. It's small to use in that regard, and it's a little gimmicky. But if you need that, it has it. Has a steel lock bar insert. The rotolock also functions as an over travel stop, so you can't unspring the lock. And got the Lionsteel logo on the back, Spyderco logo on the clip. All in all, it's really a nice knife. It's a little small for my taste at just a 3-inch blade. That's a little bit small for me, but it works phenomenally. And I'm not a super great thumb flicker, Spidey flicker. Of course. Give it a little bit of rest. Whatever. I give up. I did it when it was all zoomed in. You saw it. I did it. I suck at finger flicking. I just don't really. I always throw some wrist in it, and it works fine for me. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. This is a older, discontinued. Good luck finding. These were, you know, about $450 new when they were available. I don't know how many they made, but Alex says he uses this one a lot. He stropped it once or twice, and it still cuts like nobody's business. So it's pretty freaking cool little knife. Lionsteel obviously is in Italy, and they make some amazing, super high quality knives for themselves and for people like Polforce. And I should have pulled out a Polforce here. Polforce is a company that's made the knives for the Rambo Last Blood movie. It was a fixed blade. They made a folder for Gerard Butler in London Has Fallen. I actually have that knife. So Polforce makes some amazing knives, and you can check them out. I have a few Polforce videos already. So let's do a couple of size comparisons here. Next to the Sharpie. If we're going to do a Spyderco, we got to compare it to the Delica, right? So it's about the same size, overall length. It just feels better in the hand. Has a little bit of taller blade. Like, it's just, I don't know, I think it's a better knife than the Delica, but that's just me. Keeping in the same size range, the Quiet Carry Waypoint. The Kubi KB237, which is a little longer, but kind of same overall thickness and fit and feel in the hand. And then we'll just go with the Hellraiser because I love it. And this came back to me from Alex. I loaned him this one. Because I loaned him the production one, he ran out and bought himself a mid-tech version. So, yeah. Good on you, Alex. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, there you go. This is the Lionsteel with the Spyderco Lionsteel collaboration called the LionSpy. It's a very cool knife, and I am grateful that Alex sent this up along with all of the other knives that he sent, because I started with Spyderco. One of my first real knives, if you will, after the Buck 110 and Boy Scouts, my first real EDC knife was the Spyderco police model. So while I don't have a lot of Spyderco right now, got a few, they hold a special place in my heart because I carried that police model daily for 10 years probably. Wore it out. Like, they replaced it. They sent me a new one because I had sent it in so many times to sharpen that it just ground the blade down. So I'll put a link to my very first YouTube video, which was on that Spyderco, down in the description if you guys want to check that out. I know a lot of new subscribers and stuff maybe didn't go all the way back and look at my very first video, and just excuse the quality and everything back then. It was my first one. So there you go. Thanks a lot, Alex. There will also be a link to Alex's channel down below, so go check him out, please. I would appreciate that. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.